Sinners is the newest horror film out there. In this video, we're jumping straight into its deeper meanings and hidden symbolism. Beat. Big spoiler warning ahead. Let's get right into it. Focus your attention on this scene right here. We meet Elijah. Beat. Notice the biblical name? Elijah was a Hebrew prophet, famous in Israel's northern kingdom back in the 9th century BC. This guy's real name is Elijah, but everyone calls him Smoke. And get this, he's got a twin brother named Elias, basically Greek for Elijah. Beat. Pretty clever, right? Same name in two languages. Their nicknames are Smoke and Stack, together the Smokestack twins. They fought in World War I, then worked under Al Capone in Chicago. Now they're back home in Mississippi to open a club. This shot happens in the third act. Stack's already turned into a vampire and vanished. Beat. Smoke's left all by himself, facing the wreckage. Notice, Smoke's wearing two necklaces. One's a chain with a coin, actually two coins linked together. It matches the exact necklace his twin Stack used to wear. That coin necklace? It feels like a symbol of brotherhood. Beat. Maybe it shows their bond, or their partnership. The movie leaves the meaning pretty open-ended. Now that second necklace, it's a mojo bag, a gift from his estranged wife, Annie. Beat. She practiced hoodoo and African-American folk spirituality. At this point, Smoke's lost everything. His twin's a vampire. His wife's dead. He's got nothing left, except revenge on the local KKK. Here's the powerful moment. He removes Annie's mojo necklace. Maybe he's finally accepting her death. Beat. Or maybe he's rejecting any hope of protection now. Then Smoke grabs Stack's necklace, the twins' coins. He took it from Stack's body after the change, but instead of wearing it, he hangs it from his rifle. It's like Smoke's heading into battle, with Stack's spirit right beside him. Beat. A powerful image. The necklace swap shows his final, unshakable resolve. And already the film's overflowing with spiritual layers. Let's take a step back. Beat. In my view, Sinners explores 6 different spiritual paths. First up, Annie's hoodoo. Second, the vampirism, bringing its own twisted beliefs. Third, Choctaw spirituality, Native American vampire hunters. Cool, right? Christianity is all over the film, too. Locals are churchgoers. Grace, the Chinese shop owner, rocks a cross necklace. Beat. And yep, even the KKK is portrayed like a twisted religion. Then there's the blues. Yes, music as a spiritual force. Sounds strange at first, right? But in many cultures, music bridges the living world and the spiritual. The movie explains, in Irish, Native American, and West African traditions, music can pierce the veil between life and death, past and future. Beat. It's beautiful, but also risky. So, blues music in the film? It's a cosmic, dangerous power. Amazing, but something you don't play with lightly. Now, Sammy's journey is the film's true spiritual core. We meet him in his father's church. They're prepping for Sunday's sermon. The Bible passage? 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except what's common to man. God always provides a way out. It's the perfect verse for a movie called Sinners. Beat. It reminds us temptation's everywhere, but there's always a choice. Sammy's a talented musician. He dreams of playing the blues at his cousin's new club. But his preacher dad sees danger ahead. His dad warns, "Dance with the devil. He'll follow you home." Beat. Sammy doesn't listen. He storms out, prodigal son style. The night starts amazing. The club feels magical. Beat. The music's electric. The camera glides through the crowd. But then things get weird. Ghosts from past and future swirl into the living world. An electric guitar shows up, from a future no one knows yet. In a dreamlike vision, the club burns down. It's wild, freeing, chaotic. Beat. A symbol of the music's double-edged power. Sammy sings a song he wrote for his dad. He confesses, raised in faith, but obsessed with the blues. Beat. That tension tears him up inside. Delta Slim, an older bluesman, encourages him. He says Christianity was forced on them, but the blues? That's from their roots. So the film paints blues music as ultimate spiritual truth. Meanwhile, Christianity is shown as the white man's religion. Beat, which historically is inaccurate. Christianity actually started in the Middle East, long before it reached Europe, but in America, that's often forgotten. Now Sammy fully gives himself to the blues. He earns the nickname Preacher Boy, but he also opens himself to danger. Sammy commits adultery. Stack, too, cheats with a married woman. Beat, the night spirals into sin. The party turns into a drunken, hedonistic mess. Beat. And then, vampires crash the scene. Classic Bram Stoker-style creatures. They're fierce, immortal, fanged, bloodthirsty. They need an invite to enter, and only sunlight or stakes can kill them. The vampires promise a new salvation. Join us, they say. Escape racism. Live forever through music. Beat. Sounds tempting, but it's a lie. Their offer is a twisted version of resurrection. Undead, but soulless. Beat. A false heaven on earth. Talking with my friend Rory, we noticed this mirrors Genesis 4. Sin is crouching at your door. Here, it's literally vampires at the door. Their top target, Sammy, the prodigy. Beat. It echoes Jesus' words. What good is it to gain the world but lose your soul? Sammy finally realizes he's in real danger. He regrets ignoring his dad. He sees the vampires for what they are, the devil at his door. The battle breaks out. It's brutal. People are bitten, transformed into vampires. Sammy gets dragged into a final showdown. He faces Remick, the original vampire, near the river. It's a twisted version of baptism. Remick tries to dunk Sammy, forcing the change, but Sammy fights back. He prays the Lord's Prayer out loud in a powerful moment and smashes Remick with his beloved guitar. Even then, it's Smoke who finishes it. He drives a stake through Remick's heart, and Sunrise burns away most of the remaining vampires. After that, Smoke goes after the KKK. He's furious. Nothing left to lose. But during the fight, he's mortally wounded. As he's dying, Smoke sees a vision. Annie, his wife, holding their baby daughter. A peaceful, bittersweet image. Is it real, or just a dying dream? The movie leaves it ambiguous, another layer of mystery. Meanwhile, Sammy returns to the church. It's a mirror of the prodigal son story, but this time, things feel different. Is Sammy's father a good father? Strict, yes, but honestly, his fears were spot on. Sammy's blues music did summon darkness. People died. The warnings weren't just paranoia. Yet his father welcomes him back, arms open. He only asks one thing: drop the guitar, leave the blues behind. Not music entirely, just the dangerous kind. The church fills with joyful gospel singing. This little light of mine lifts the roof. But Sammy says no. He walks away again. He chooses the blues over family, over faith. He becomes a famous blues musician. Years later, in the mid-credit scene, we see him, older, sitting alone at a bar, and then Stack and Mary show up, still vampires. They offer Sammy the bite, eternal life. But Sammy refuses. He's seen enough. He wants no part of immortality. He rejected his Christian upbringing. He rejected vampirism. But what's left spiritually? Pa. Together, they reminisce about that night. The sawmill party, before it turned bloody, a perfect day, lost forever. The movie doesn't spell it out. It feels bittersweet, a mix of triumph and regret. Throughout the film, blues symbolizes freedom. Freedom from racism, freedom from slavery, but also freedom from family. For Sammy, chasing the blues meant leaving home, leaving love, trading it for music's call. Personally, I see the ending as tragic. But maybe the movie wants us to cheer. Freedom over everything, right? Is Sammy really free, though? Or just isolated? Haunted by what he gave up? The film doesn't answer. Ultimately, Sinners is a very postmodern horror movie. Good and evil blur. Nobody's purely heroic. except maybe Sammy's dad. Even the vampires aren't purely villains. They think they're uniting heaven, earth, and beast. And honestly, the movie kind of entertains that idea. In the mid-credit scene, the vampires seem fun, charming, even. Spirituality in the film is messy. The film clearly condemns the KKK, calls them evil. No nuance there, which absolutely fair. But by calling them evil, the film hints there's some ultimate good out there. It just doesn't say exactly where that good is rooted. Is it in Native American spirituality? Is it in hoodoo? Is it in Christianity? Or just the raw power of the blues? Blues wins in the movie's logic. But honestly, Sammy's father deserved more credit. He wasn't just trying to control him, he was protecting him. That's Sinners, an absolutely fascinating horror film. Layered, emotional, messy in the best ways. The performances are phenomenal across the board. Hailey Steinfeld, terrifying as a vampire. Absolutely nailed it. And Ludwig Göransson's score? Chef's kiss. Completely breathtaking.